Hi, I'm Zacciah Blackburn at Sunreed Instruments in the Center of Light. You can find us online at sunreed.com, providing quality instruments and educational services for sound healing tools, instruments, training, and so forth. Today we're going to talk about gongs, and we're going to have a series of 3 fairly short videos. We're going to compare types of gongs and sizes of gongs to help you understand in your choices for your own therapeutic work, whether you're playing just for yourself or for working with others, what's the best instrument choice might be for you. Size is very important, but so is type, because each type of gong gives a different voice quality that you might want to work with. Size also, type and size both work that way, where the larger a gong is, in general, the richer, fuller sound you get out of it, and you can immerse yourself or the group you're working with in. So I'm going to begin with what's called a wind gong, and also a Chao gong. These are 2 primary gongs coming from different regions of China. And the primary difference is just that the wind gong is very thin, and because of that thinness of the surface and the flatness of the surface, it tends to have a more expansive sound, a little bit more volume, and the sound as it expands will also go into what's called a crescendo or a crash, where it really reverberates a great deal, which many people like, but some people prefer a more subtle or controlled sound, and that's what you're going to get with the Chao gong. Again, this has a lip on it, and the way that it's created, it's also a thicker surface, and it just takes a little while longer to build up that same type of voice quality, unless you're striking hard, to bring it into that crescendo or that crash sound of the gong. But in that, it's also more reliable for more subtle sound, where you can really bring out the richer flavors of it in ways that are perhaps more conducive for relaxing practices and so forth. I'll try to demonstrate just a little of that. I think I'm going to primarily use the Paiste mallet here. Just for a difference in those 2 basic sounds. This being a little higher pitch, but listen to the difference in the quality, not necessarily the pitch. You can already hear that crescendo building just with a few strikes like that. But that's a more expansive sound reverberating out into the room. But there again, I didn't intend to create quite that much crash. As I said, it's a little harder to control the crash on it. And you can hear that great crescendo that's in there with this type of gong. I'm going to build it up a little more. And then if I'm playing similarly with the Chao gong, I'm going to go ahead and quieten the wind gong. A little more clear voice quality to it. Even when I stretch out, not quite that greater reverberation crescendo type of sound of the wind gong. A little more full-bodied. A little more control. But it still has a crescendo available if I want to bring it out. That large crash, which is very expansive or clarifying in a practice. Again, this is differences in the wind gong.